Pause for a moment and think. Every grain of rice, every piece of roti on your plate has a story. Have you ever wondered where it truly begins? How a tiny seed buried in soil slowly turns into the food that gives us energy every day. Today, we step into that journey with crop production and management. Class 8 Science, Chapter 1, exploring how food is grown, cared for, protected, and finally reaches our plates, from soil to supper. What is a crop? A crop is a plant of the same kind grown over a large area. Examples include wheat, paddy, rice, and maize crops. Crops are selected based on climate, soil, and water availability. Crop seasons in India. India has three main crop seasons: Kharif, rainy season crops; Rabi, winter season crops; Zaid, summer or intermediate crops. Farmers select crops according to rainfall, temperature, and water needs. Fun fact: Zaid crop can even be included or called a type of Kharif crop too. Why study crop production? Food is essential for life, and most of our food comes straight from agriculture. Understanding crop production helps us see how farmers grow food efficiently and sustainably. It also shows how modern science and technology improve yields and protect the environment. Kharif crops, sown June to July, monsoon onset, harvested September to October. They require warm weather and plenty of water. Major Kharif crops include rice, maize, jowar, bajra, cotton, soybean, groundnut, and sugarcane. Rabi crops, sown October to December, winter, harvested March to April, spring. They require cool weather and less water. Major rabi crops are wheat, gram, mustard, peas, linseed, and barley. Zaid and other cropping patterns. Zaid crops are grown between Rabi and Kharif seasons. Major Zaid crops include watermelon and cucumber. Other important cropping methods include multiple cropping, growing 2 to 3 crops per year; crop rotation, growing different crops in succession for soil health; intercropping, growing 2 or more crops together. What is agriculture? Agriculture is the systematic cultivation of plants and rearing of animals. It includes preparing soil, sowing seeds, applying manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting crops from weeds, pests, and diseases, harvesting and storage. It's the complete cycle that turns soil into supper. Preparation of soil. Soil preparation loosens and turns the topsoil to create a perfect seedbed. Benefits include better root growth, improved aeration, water infiltration, and nutrient mixing. It's essential for good germination and strong crop growth. Traditional tools. Plow, a wooden or iron tool pulled by oxen, used to turn soil. Hoe, a hand tool to break clods and remove weeds. Pros: cheap, simple, and suitable for small farms. Cons: slow, labor-intensive, and not ideal for large areas. Plow. Hoe, modern tools. Cultivator, tractor-mounted tool that loosens the soil without complete inversion. Rotavator, pulverizes soil clods into a fine seedbed. Disc plow, turns heavy soil and cuts crop residues. Power tillers, small mechanized machines used on small farms. Cons: expensive, require fuel, and can cause over-tillage if overused. Cultivator, rotavator, disc plow, power tillers, soil leveling, and clod breaking. After plowing, fields are leveled for uniform water distribution. Clods are broken with rollers or through secondary tillage. Fine seedbeds ensure uniform germination and help in smooth irrigation. Soil testing and preparation. Farmers test the soil for pH and essential nutrients, NPK. This helps determine the type and amount of fertilizer and manure required. Knowing soil texture also helps in choosing the right crops and irrigation methods. Sowing seeds. Correct depth and spacing ensure good germination. High-quality seeds result in healthy seedlings. Seed quality can be tested using germination tests or float tests. Methods of sowing, broadcasting, scattering seeds by hand. Simple, but often uneven. Drilling, using a seed drill to place seeds in rows, saves seeds and ensures uniform growth. Transplanting, raising seedlings in a nursery and transplanting them later, for example, paddy. Seed drill, traditional, funnel-shaped manual tool. Modern, tractor-mounted seed drill. A seed drill ensures precise depth and spacing, reduces seed wastage, and increases germination. Modern, traditional, manure and fertilizers. Crops remove nutrients from the soil, so manure and fertilizers are used to replenish them. Essential nutrients include nitrogen N, phosphorus P, and potassium K. Proper nutrient supply ensures healthy crop growth and higher yield. Manure. Manure is made from organic matter, such as farmyard dung, compost, and green manure. It improves soil structure and water retention while feeding soil microbes. Cons: bulky and releases nutrients slowly. Chemical fertilizers. They provide a fast-acting nutrient source like urea, N, superphosphate, P, potash, K. They boost yields quickly, but overuse can lead to soil acidification, nutrient imbalance, and groundwater pollution. Biofertilizers and integrated nutrient management. Biofertilizers such as rhizobium, azotobacter, and blue-green algae fix nitrogen or solubilize phosphates naturally. Integrated nutrient management combines manure, biofertilizers, and chemical fertilizers for long-term sustainability. Irrigation. Irrigation provides water for seed germination, nutrient transport, and photosynthesis. Traditional water sources include wells, canals, ponds, tanks, and rivers. It's especially crucial for rabi crops, which grow when there's less rainfall. Traditional irrigation methods. Before modern irrigation systems, farmers used simple and manual methods like moat, pulley system, drawing water from wells using a bucket and rope. Tekli, a lever system with a stone as a counterweight. Chain pump, a series of pots attached to a chain for lifting water. Rahat, Persian wheel, an animal-driven wheel that continuously lifts water. Moat. Dekli, chain pump. Rahat, advantages: simple, low-cost, and environment-friendly, useful for small farms without electricity. Disadvantages: labor-intensive, slow and less efficient for large-scale irrigation. Even today, these methods are still used in rural India for small-scale farming. Modern irrigation. Sprinkler, sprays water like rain, perfect for uneven lands. Drip, supplies water drop by drop directly to the roots, highly water efficient. These modern systems save water, reduce weed growth, and are ideal for orchards and horticulture. Sprinkler, drip, weed control. Weeds compete with crops for nutrients, water, and sunlight. They can also host pests and diseases. Early removal of weeds improves crop yield and keeps plants healthy. Methods: manual, hand pulling or using a Corby, precise but labor intensive. Mechanical, using tools like cultivators and hoes. Chemical, using weedicides such as 2,4-D, quick, but must be used carefully. The best results come from integrated weed management, which combines all these methods for safety and efficiency. Protection from pests and diseases. Pests and diseases can seriously reduce crop yields. Farmers use different control methods like cultural methods, crop rotation, and using resistant varieties. Biological methods, using natural predators and parasitoids. Chemical methods, spraying pesticides, but only when necessary and in limited amounts. This balanced approach helps protect both crops and the environment. Harvesting. Harvesting means collecting mature crops at just the right time. If done too early, the crops don't grow fully. If done too late, there can be heavy losses due to pests or bad weather. Timing is everything. Tools. Sickle. Traditional, cheap, and precise. Perfect for small farms. Combine harvester. A modern machine that cuts, threshes, and cleans grains all at once, saving time and labor. Threshing or winnowing separates grains from the chaff. Sickle. Combine harvester. Storage. Once the crops are harvested, they must be stored properly. Drying crops prevents fungal growth and insect damage. Farmers protect grains from moisture, rodents, and microbes. Common storage methods include jute or cloth bags, metal bins, silos, government granaries. Proper storage ensures food security and prevents economic losses. Crop improvement and modern farming. High-yielding varieties, hybrid seeds, fertilizers, and irrigation led to the Green Revolution. Today, farmers use drones, AI, and satellite monitoring to optimize inputs and boost yield. Sustainable farming practices. Practices like crop rotation, intercropping, organic farming, biofertilizers, and conservation tillage help maintain soil health. They reduce chemical use and ensure long-term productivity, farming smarter and greener for the future. Animal husbandry. Animal husbandry is the rearing of cattle, buffaloes, goats, sheep, and poultry for milk, eggs, meat, and fiber. Livestock also provide manure and extra income for farmers, a true helping hand on the farm. Rural institutions and government support. Farmers get help from agricultural extension services, cooperatives, and government procurement agencies. These organizations provide seeds, credit, storage, and price support, helping farmers stay stable and strong. Paheli and Boju questions. Paheli wonders, why can't we grow paddy in winter? How do farmers know which seeds are good? What happens if we don't remove weeds? Why should we not overwater plants? Why are grains dried before storage? Boju thinks deeply. Why do farmers follow all the steps one by one? What happens if soil is not loosened before sowing? What if seeds are sown too deep or too shallow? Can fertilizers harm crops? How do weeds harm crops even if they look healthy? Thank you. And that's all for crop production and management. See you back soon for the next chapter. Till then, keep learning, stay curious, and never forget the magic behind every grain of food on your plate.